My name is Paul Gershlick. I'm a partner at the law firm Matthew, Arnold and Baldwin. I head up the pharmaceuticals and life sciences sector at Matthew, Arnold and Baldwin. I'd like to welcome everyone here today, our clients and everyone else who has come along. We hope you enjoyed the event and you find it useful. A few housekeeping issues. First of all, hopefully those of you who are here, you heard the fire alarm at 12:30 and ignored it. If you hear another one, it means we're going to get out of here very quickly. Fire exits there and over there. Phones, can you all check please that your phones are either switched off or to silent? We're expecting today's event to be interesting. We've got a Q&A session planned for the end of the session. The event is being videoed, so if you'd like to ask a question and say your name and the organisation that you represent, or alternatively, if you'd like to remain anonymous, then just feel free to ask the question without giving any details. The medicine supply shortage issue, a major issue affecting the pharma chain, from manufacturer through to wholesaler, distributor, pharmacist, and of course critically patients. So big, in fact, that the All-Party Pharmacy Group recently held an inquiry and last month published its report and findings and recommendations. No doubt many in this room have followed that very closely. So with that in mind, we're delighted to have with us the Right Honourable Kevin Barron MP, the chair of the All-Party Pharmacy Group, to come and speak to us today about the issue and the report. Firstly, though, a bit more about your hosts who've made this event happen. In your packs, there is more information. I would ask, please, if you have a look at it to see what it says about the host. But in brief, Matthew, Arnold and Baldwin to start with, we're a commercial law firm focusing on 7 sectors, one sector being the pharmaceuticals and life sciences. As MAB in this sector, we have a motto, bringing excellence to life together. And what that means is 2 things essentially. One is doing an excellent job for our clients in the life sciences sector, but also it means putting on events like this, trying to help achieve best practice and bring excellence to this sector. Part of what we have done has been to form a group a couple of years ago called PING, the Pharmaceutical Interest Network Group, which involves a quarterly meeting with businesses in and around the Watford, Northern Home Counties, North London area, getting together for a quarterly meeting and discussing best practice issues and sharing and helping each other. And it's true to say that there is a lot of business in this area, and that can be seen. I don't know if anyone knows, The Independent tomorrow is running an article on pharmaceutical exports out of Hertfordshire. So it shows this particular area is very big with pharmaceuticals, and that's certainly what we have seen. We have developed PING in conjunction with the Watford Chamber and Watford Commerce. And Watford Chamber and Watford Commerce are also involved with running this event today, and we thank them for their help as well. They're certainly very committed to building the sector. And nothing can be seen greater in that respect than their £1.5 billion investment in the Watford Health Campus that is really going to put Watford on the map in this sector. The Independent Pharmacy Federation has also helped with this event. Claire Ward, the CEO, very grateful Claire for bringing along Kevin along today. Claire provides, and the IPF provides a lot of help to independent pharmacies. For fear of representing one side or another, I know that Claire does a lot of, well, the IPF does a lot of work in what is, the pharmacist would say, is a troubled time generally, but Claire does a lot of good work there. Sigma Pharmaceuticals, I think, probably needs little introduction. Barrett Shah is very well known to many in this room. A large generics company, Barrett and Sigma have won many awards. Again, please see the pack for more. A bit more about timings. In a few minutes I'll hand over to Claire. and she will discuss the issue as it affects pharmacies and patients. Then Barrett will be giving an overview of the supply chain in the sector, followed by Kevin to talk about the APPG report and its recommendations. There'll be some time for question and answer, and we'll see how that goes, but that should close at 2:15. Then there'll be further networking across the way in a separate room, and the event should close at 2:45 to 3 o'clock. Before I invite Claire up, a true story. 2 years ago, Alan's world was turned upside down. Like 40,000 other people in this country each year, he was given the devastating news that he had prostate cancer. The news came as a particular shock because he was otherwise feeling very well. After discussions with doctors, specialists, consultants, they agreed on a course of treatment, which was going to involve hormone treatment followed by radiation. The treatment would need to follow a path at certain times. Alan was given a course in AZ Zoladex, hormone injections, as approved by NICE. During the course of that treatment, he went to his GP for his injection. And his GP didn't have any, so he was told to go to the hospital. The hospital only had 1 month doses. He was taking 3 month doses, so he was sent to his pharmacist. Alan had used a pharmacist for many years and found him always to be extremely reliable. Imagine then his surprise and distress when his pharmacist said he didn't have the treatment that he needed that day. Not only that, the pharmacist couldn't get hold of any, having run around. It was bad enough that Alan had discovered that he had cancer. Now, as he was going through his treatment, he didn't get access to the drugs when he needed it. And I must emphasise at this stage that his treatment, the effectiveness of his treatment, depended upon continuation. He needed to have continuous taking of his treatment. So he rushed back to hospital that day, and fortunately the hospital still had the 1 month emergency dosage, and he was able to have it administered that day in time. Now began the search over the next month for the 3 month dosage. Before the end of that month, Alan's trusted pharmacist managed to source it and told him that. What a relief. And this was after a great deal of effort on the pharmacist's part, who Alan tells me was amazing. When Alan asked how the pharmacist had obtained the medicine, he was told, "It's best that you don't ask me that question," whatever that means. I'm delighted to tell you that the rest of his treatment went very well. Alan received some amazing help from people in the NHS, not just pharmacists but others in the NHS, notably Mount Vernon Hospital, the excellent cancer unit, and all ended up well. Alan is actually my father. This was when I first became aware of a medicine supply chain problem. And all was well, ended well, because of the efforts of those involved. My father was lucky, as well as extremely grateful to his pharmacist for all that he had done for my father. But why did it come to this? When I spoke to my father recently about the seminar we were putting on, and he was recounting this story again, he said he was really surprised. He had excellent treatments in the NHS, but the way this episode happened, he said it was like something that would have happened in the developing world, not something that he would have expected from the NHS. I'd now like to hand over to Claire.